There it is. I see it live now. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, today is David's birthday. Yes, he is an old man at 45 years old today. Yes. I threw this meme up on his Facebook timeline earlier today. Hi, Kia. I was watching the last like 20 minutes or so. I was scrambling around. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Um, he has been very, very overwhelmed with all of the love and support and um, how are those music levels. I mean, he's had like 200 happy birthday wishes on his timeline. He's just so overwhelmed. So, and he's not here. I am Dolores. I really am. He's not here. He is having dinner with his children. But I'm here with you guys. So let's get this party started, shall we? Happy Saturday! So how are you guys doing? There's been a little computer drama here. He did, Michael. Unfortunately, and so everything should be really, really smooth, okay? Like you guys ought to be. I'm casting in 720. I got the GIFs going in the background. It should be like really, really smooth. My GPU is only reading at 53% right now. So it should be like really, really, really smooth. But thank you, Carrie. I got my hair done. I got it redone. Look at this. Look, no grays. Look, no grays. And I'm repurpled and regreened. It's not showing up very well on the cast actually, but this is like really bright and really rich in color. I'm very happy about that. Um, and this is not your fault, Michael, in the least. I don't exactly know what happened, but the system freaked out, like really freaked out, and something to do with the drivers, like the old drivers and the new drivers, and David had to reformat my hard drive. It was ugly. It was bad. um, yeah, it was bad. I was not being very nice either. I was all like, "Why the fuck did this happen? You could have prevented this. I know you could. This should have just been a 10-minute thing." And that's it was, you know, he was able to save he saved the files. Something about, I don't exactly know. I couldn't tell you exactly what happened. But it was something along the lines of the old drivers trying to delete the old ones and install the new ones. It just had a massive freak out. He was able to preserve the file system. The file system was not touched. All my files are fine, and I don't have a whole hell of a lot stored locally on my hard drive. I keep most of that on our server anyway. But I did have to reinstall all my programs, and I had to, you know, kind of reset everything up. And fortunately, if you guys are Chrome users, yes, I believe so, Michael. I believe that is exactly what happened. And yeah, so It was, yeah. I did have a hysterical. I did because I was screaming at him and yelling at him, going, "This shouldn't have happened," and I was freaking out because. No, no, nobody's Higgy Bucks. The website is actually, I'm not even sure where the website is located. The company that the web hosting company I use, I actually have always dealt with them virtually, and I have no idea where they're located. I think they're in like Arizona or Utah or someplace. I'm not really sure, um, but they're wonderful. Um, And but yeah, Higgy Sigs and everything that you do with Higgy Sigs is actually stored on our web hosting space with that company. And then of course our local Higgy Sigs files are mostly stored on our server. We have a server here. So um, actually, Lulu, it should be working now. The rewards points program extension had also had a little hiccup this week. We've been working with the developer to get it fixed. So there was a couple of days there that it was disabled, but it should be working again, and we're still working with him to do some kind of back end stuff here on this end. So that was. So if you did notice that you weren't getting your Higgy Bucks or you weren't able to use your Higgy Bucks if you placed an order, I apologize for that, but it is fixed now. So, Cassie has a story for me. I like stories. Do you need to call in and tell the story, or do you want to type it? I'm okay with it. Hi, Ginger. I'm okay if you want to call in. I'm fine with that because I have the rockin' system now. I have all the RAM. I have the video card. I have the internet connection. I have the super rockin' awesome craziness, like stupid, cool, crazy. So it should be smooth. There should be no hiccups. There should be no buffering. There should be no max headrooming. This should be a good cast, people. It should be a good cast. We'll see. We'll see. Oh God, I think. Oh, you know what, Penn and Kelly? I actually did. You did not enter the form. I did not get your information. Actually, that one I did. I am behind. I am behind on Church's Funny Farm on Tuesday, but I did do Church's Funny Farm on Sunday, and your name was not entered into the form. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. That was from Church's Funny Farm on Sunday. Not from T.G.I. Jenn. Let me make sure about that. Yeah, no, T.G.I. Jenn was taken care of. So I created an account, got my juice, was ready to check out, and I thought I will wait until tonight. Maybe I will win a 50% off code. And Kia, being so nice, gave me a Hickey 50 off code. Woot woot! Yeah, no, Kia's awesome. Kia's amazing. I love Kia. Kia and I are kindred spirits. I do firmly believe that Kia and I were probably friends in another life because, yeah, she and I, we just clicked like the minute we met each other. We just clicked, so it was pretty awesome. Yes, Chunk, it has, absolutely. It was shipped, that was shipped a few days ago. You should have gotten an email, tracking email information for that. That was shipped, I have to go back and look, but it was shipped a couple days ago. I really do believe that because Kia and I it was like the minute we met, I felt like I'd known her for like 10 or 15 years. It was not even like, there was no worried about like trying to impress each other, or we just felt comfortable. Like immediately we were comfortable with each other. I was comfortable to come visit her. She was comfortable to let me stay in her house. Like, it was totally great. We have. It's true. We were friends in another life. We just took us a while to find each other in this one, I think. I don't know. Kia's actually she's not quite 10 years younger than me, I don't think. She's a bit younger than me though. And but she's almost 10 years younger than me actually. And but yeah, no, it just took us a little bit longer, I think, in this lifetime to hook up with each other. But we'll be friends in this life. We'll be friends in every life to come. I firmly believe that we'll find each other. I guarantee it. It's true, Dolores. It's very true, and it's awesome. You know, but when when somebody is meant to be in your life, it's just gonna happen. I feel that way with David, actually. I would have loved to call and tell you, but no XSplit. Um, you don't need an XSplit. All you need is like Skype or VC or something like that, like video conferencing. That I've got the XSplit. I'm running the XSplit on my end. You don't need it on yours. Just for future reference, no biggie. But I know it's mush, mush, mush. I feel that way about David, actually. I don't know if you guys know the story or not. David and I actually met when I was 18. I was 18. I think he was 19, maybe 20. It was right after I graduated high school. I met him that summer, and he tried to go out with me then, and I turned him down. I said no. And we were friends, and and we hung out like that summer. You know, like we just had the same circle of friends. That's how we met, and you know, I'd been over to his place, he'd been over to my place, kind of thing. He didn't have a car at the time, so I gave him rides home sometimes. And but yeah, he tried getting in my pants back then, and I said no. And 19 years later, I'm in the cafeteria at the place I was working at, and this guy comes in, and he starts giving the girl behind the counter a hard time. Not like a hard time like being a dick, like a hard time sort of kind of like being flirty. And I recognized his voice, and I'm staring at him. I'm looking at him like, do I, you know? And I just kept looking at him, and I thought, that guy is near my age. If he grew up around here, I could know him. And he saw me staring at him, and he thought that I thought he was a dickhead, like the way he was acting, being obnoxious. So so he looked at me, and he said something kind of cutesy to me, you know, gave me a smile and a wink. And now I've got a full-on view of his face, and I'm thinking, holy crap, he looks familiar. And he's sitting there like, you know, my scrutiny is now kind of more concentrated, and he's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get reported to HR. I need to like cover up my ID badge and like just get out of here, right? And so I sort of sidled up next to him in the line to check out. I picked out what I wanted to eat, and I looked at him, and I said, you seem awfully familiar to me. And when he said, he just looked at me, and he said, David Higginbotham. And you don't forget a name like Higginbotham, you know, you just don't. So I immediately realized who he was. And I don't think he remembered who I don't know. I don't think he really remembered who I was. He says he did. I don't think he did. And you know, but I started listing off all the people that we knew in common, and he ended up following me back to my office, and we had lunch together. And 2 years later, to the day, we were married. So yeah, he was meant to be put into my life. And just because I turned him down the first time, that does not mean he won't come around again and try again. You know, it was meant to be. I firmly believe that. So I feel that way about Kia too. Kia was meant to be in my life, and one way or another, the fates were going to make our paths cross. There's no question about it. Actually, and it's possible that our paths have crossed before, and we didn't know it, because she's got family that lives right here in the same county that I live in. Thank you, Cassie. This is actually true. There was, what was it last night? It was just something last night that he was doing, and he did it in a certain way. And I can't remember what it was. But it was basically, there was something he was doing, and he was like, no, you know, it needs to be. Oh, I remember. He was making himself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he opened up the peanut butter and he went, "Oh, no." And I said, "What is it?" He goes, "This is peanut butter." I go, "Is there jelly in the peanut butter?" He said, "Yes." I said, "You know that wasn't me." He goes, only greater sin than getting jelly in the peanut butter is getting peanut butter in the jelly." And I said, "No. The greater sin would be leaving toast crumbs in the butter." And he said, "Yes." And I said, "See, this is why we're married. You get me." We do, Mitch. We have discussed it. I don't know if it was missed time or not. The thing is that I have never been one for children. I never really wanted children, and if David and I had hooked up back then, I don't know that we would have stayed together. I was a very, I know, right, Sean? The jelly was in the jar. But it's his son did it. We know his son did it. But I don't know. It was such a crazy time in my life. I was going off to college. I had a lot of finding myself to do. I definitely would not have gotten pregnant. I took precautions. I didn't take risks that way. Getting, you know, accidental pregnancies weren't really in my, how do I put this? Accidental pregnancies just wasn't something that was ever going to happen to me. It did happen to him 3 times. But was there a buffer? Well, it can't be on my end. I'm only using 43% of my CPU. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at my GPU. It's moving around, but it's hovering around 60-70%. We'll see. Maybe it was just a glitch. Twice? Damn it! Am I max headrooming though? Is that a problem? It's not like max headrooming, is it? I gotta figure out I'm gonna figure this out. Sooner or later, I'm gonna figure this out. There's not really much else I can do to upgrade my system. Oh! I just got your text. Oh! Oh, congratulations. Can I share that? Oh, there we go. Kia just said, you just missed my news. I missed that. No, aw, he's so sweet. Aw. Toast crumbs and butter sounds like a good e-juice. E-juice, yes, but I can't stand it when you open up the butter and you find toast crumbs all over the butter. It drives me nuts. Absolutely crazy. So, buffering is about as bad as jelly in your peanut butter. I know, right? No, max headroom here. Okay, got it. You showed most of them already. Aww. Kia her baby boy had a baby boy. So Kia's a grandmother. Kia's a grandmother before I am. How wild is that? I will be a step grandmother here this summer, and I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm okay with it because she's not actually my child. But you missed it. Kia's a Kiki. Kia's a Kiki? What? Oh, Kia is gonna be. Oh, that you're gonna go by Kiki. That's so cool. Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, I am doing fine. I've got. It's still scabbed over. It's still healing, but it doesn't hurt or anything. It's fine. How was the? Oh, it was tasty still. Totally tasty. Can I scroll and take a look at your message? Yes, I can. Let's see. Cassie H said, Jolene. Cassie says, speaking of family in Georgia, how far are you from Fernandina Beach, Florida? I go now and every summer to see my family. It would be an honor to see the amazing Higgy Sigs. Well, pretty much if you are going to Florida, you have to pass through Georgia. So, I mean, I'm in Atlanta, or I mean, I'm not in Atlanta, but I'm about 20 miles northeast of Atlanta. So, how close do you get to Atlanta when you head to Florida? If you're coming from Kentucky, I mean, well, when we went to Kentucky, we went up 75. I think we went through 75 up to Chattanooga through Tennessee to get there. So, yeah, however you would get down to Florida. I'm not sure where Ferdinand Beach is, but yeah. You've been to Georgia like 12 times. Well, if you come anywhere near Atlanta, you are more than welcome to come by and see Higgy Sigs in the flesh, so to speak. We would love to have you. We love it when people come and visit us, actually, especially people from out of town. When they come through Atlanta, they always stop and see us. It's awesome. First grandbaby is only 13 months old. 20 minutes from Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville is over on the... No, wait. I'm trying to remember where Jacksonville is over on the Atlantic coast, right? So you would totally have to drive through Atlanta to get here. Yeah, you should stop by and see us. Would love to see you. Would love to have you. Here's a little hint, guys. Or here's a little tip. People who come in from out of town and come to see Higgy Sigs, they always leave here with free juice. Always. We never let you walk out without at least a couple of bottles of juice. I think it's awesome. I mean, really, we've had people come visit from, who was it? NJ Devil. He's in New Jersey. He came to see us. I mean, Scuba's local. That's not really, I mean, we love Scuba, don't get me wrong, but he's only about 15 minutes away from here, so, he stops by a lot. Albie's been here. Who else has been here? Nitro lives here, and he still hasn't been here. On your way. Kia, I would love you, next time you're coming, did you miss out? Oh, here's the form. If you fill that out, I will still send it to you. I gotcha. There's the form right there. Well, I know it. See, Kia's got family here, and she's been here before. So, I mean, it's very possible that there was a time in the past that Kia and our paths did cross. It's possible. I don't know that it's happened, but it is possible. So, like I said, Kia's just one of those people, like David, that I am absolutely, positively sure that they was meant to be in my life. Road trip to Atlanta. And the vape showcase is happening in a couple weeks. Well, 3 weeks actually. And I know there's going to be a lot of people here. I just found out the other night, though, apparently Jay is not coming. I was totally ready to stock up on what was it, Jägermeister and Crown Royal, because that's what Jay, I think, drinks Jägermeister, and Albie drinks Crown Royal. And that's what they wanted. I was like, party at Higgy Sigs. I'm okay with that. I would love to meet you, Brittany, but Brittany's knocked up. She can't fly. We're going to make it over there to the UK. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but maybe next year. I don't know. Well, we're gonna get over to the UK. We have so many Atlanta Vape Fest at Higgy Sigs, right? Our building is not that big, okay? It'd have to be out in the parking lot. But yeah, we want to get to, we actually totally want to get to the UK at some point. It's like we have so many people. I was just talking today about this. So when our couple customers came in, and we were discussing with them how there are so many people that we know and have talked to, like, we talked to them on VC, we talked to them, you know, on our podcast, or not podcast, these webcasts or whatever, we cast with them, we have conversations with them, and because we do the video conferencing, they don't seem like they're that far away, and it doesn't feel like I've never met them in person. But there's, you know, there's dozens of them, which is awesome. I would love to see Vic. Higgy and JTT should talk about that. Take a trip across the pond together and do some. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. The notification is still on my desktop here. I'm still looking at this picture, Kia. Oh! Did y'all want to see the pictures? Oh, did y'all see the pictures already? I saw that post, Bang Bang. I guess Dimitri has officially been inducted as a Basardo family member now, which is cool. it was a cool post. I saw that. Asked him to take vacation days. I get that. I would. Hello, Jen. Yay, my Higgy mail didn't go through France. Woot woot! Into your pregnancy and unable to travel. I know. So, because yeah, once you get so far along, they don't let you fly. You're definitely not allowed to fly. The seat belts are so low, or the way the seat belts, they're just not designed for pregnant ladies, and it puts too much pressure. If something were to happen, turbulence or whatever, it could actually damage the baby. So I do know that there is no flying after a certain point in your pregnancy. Yay, RS! You know, I really like that flavor. I think that flavor should be called Nectar of the Gods or something. It's really good. So I'm a little worn out. My brother is moving, and he brought over some furniture that they're not taking with them. So I've got a little bit more furniture now here going on. Going here over at Higgy Sig's. I'm gonna get a new couch for the lobby. I got a new couch for the other lobby, and I have I'm gonna get a new couch for this lobby actually once they officially move. And I've got some more chairs and some more, you know, shelving and stuff like that. So getting more organized. I like it. I like it a lot. No flying after 28 weeks. I can see that. Furniture giveaway? No. Well, they. Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say. I don't know. Well, the chances are that. Okay, you guys don't know who my brother is, so I guess I could say this. His job doesn't know yet. That's why I can't say. But since you don't know who my brother is, and I didn't say who he works for, I guess I could say they're moving to Indianapolis, actually. So I can't mention who my brother is or where he works because he hasn't told them yet. Oh, ENT infection. Ow, that sucks. Coupon code for a chair. No, I'm keeping it. Hi, Carl. No, I'm keeping this stuff. He actually said that he had a couple of office chairs. Oh, excuse me. Hang on. Sorry, hang on. I don't know where my phone is. Sorry. I don't know who that was. Well, I will definitely be visiting. Tell him it's better where he's at. You know, I don't even know how they're going to handle the cold either. My mother's going with them. That's actually what he's doing right now. They're in the process of moving out of their house and into my mother's house, so they can put their house on the market, and then they'll be packing up my mom's house. And I know, right? I love this song though. But we're a Southern family. I mean, we've been here. My parents moved to Atlanta when I was 6 months old. I wasn't actually born here. I was actually born in Newport News, Virginia, but they moved here when I was only 6 months old. So we're Southern people. Our blood is thinner. We don't handle cold weather very well. And it gets cold up there, man. I will most likely, my Christmases will most likely be spent in Indianapolis from now on. Um, yeah, you will. That would be cool. I'm not sure what part of Indianapolis. They haven't. I know, right? That's what I'm figured. Any birthday presents this year, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to like buy them winter clothes or something. I go out in Florida and it's hot, hot. Well, that's just it though. I mean, we just don't handle cold weather that well because we're just not equipped for it. You've been to Atlanta for an NHLR style. We lost our hockey team. We used to have a pretty cool one too. I'm not a big sports person, but I do enjoy hockey. I've been to several hockey games actually, and they're pretty fun. Pretty fun. So, if you guys watched my show last week, for the last 2 years, no snow. Really? Would you like some Canadian snow to cool out? No, thank you, Dolores. I'm good. I'm trying to quit. I'm good. Maybe Cassie wants some. I don't know. Well, Cassie's in Kentucky. Cassie isn't in the deep south. I mean, she's definitely in the south, but it's not deep south. So it gets chilly up there in Kentucky. I do know that. See, Mitch knows. Mitch even knows our Atlanta hockey team, which is no more the Atlanta Thrashers. They had a really cool logo too. So it turns out, if you guys watched my show last week, which was a really, really good show, because I went on a rant about and this has definitely gone viral in the vaping world, guys. Grim Green actually talked about Alicia on her, on his webcast or podcast or whatever you want to call it, about the assignment that her son was given in his health class, a middle school health class, to write a paper on how bad vaping is for you. And so, yeah, Grim Green talked about it. Dimitri and Phil Basardo and Greg Connolly have all gotten in on it. They've all put in their 2 cents on it. It's going to the board. But she's actually been. So next winter will be his welcome to cold ass Indiana and 10 foot of snow. Wish him luck. I know, right? She's actually been advised not to talk about it publicly at this point. So it's still being handled behind closed doors. Hopefully, it will turn out well. But she's not. I managed to scoop the story before she was told not to give interviews. So, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so she's still working on it. She's definitely going to be pursuing it, and I think she's doing fine. Actually, she did want to see the cast. The cast is officially up now. It took a little while to go up. I had apparently played a song that was a no. It's very difficult to keep up with our playlist because YouTube keeps changing the policy. So yeah, not yet, Mitch. Not yet. We'll be ready. We'll be ready if it happens, but not yet. Trump. Well, he's certainly not the only president that's done that. Did I say that out loud? But no, so far they're handling it. Like I said, she's going to the school board, and already though I'm just so terribly impressed with the young man who stood up to his teacher and said, no, this is not right. I don't know that I would have had the guts to stand up to my teacher. Oh no, wait, we didn't have. No, you didn't hear a thing. Not at all. I didn't say that out loud. But we shall see. The important thing though is that you guys are going to be ready to mobilize when and if it happens, and whether it's flooding the Florida Board of Education with emails or the principal of the school or what, that I can count on all of you to do that, which thank you so much because you guys are awesome. Brittany has a crush on Trump. I think it's cute. I do. I think it's cute. Brittany, did you see my the meme I put up for David of my intro here? Did you see this? Did you see that? Jen, a friend of mine told me today about a juice company in the UK who do the CBD are adding an illegal substance in their CBD. Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty. Oh, I love you, Brittany. I do. I love you, Brittany. I love you. Here we go. I don't. How do I want to put this? I am not interested in rocking the boat. I've had other people ask if we would ever add things. Like there's some e-liquids out there that have like caffeine supplements or vitamin B supplements and things like that. There is the e-liquid industry is already under so much fire as it is that I am not willing to rock that boat. I don't want to cross that line. It's like the nicotine is the whole purpose of e-liquid is to help you stop smoking. Well, I mean, at least for the most part, the whole purpose of it is to help you stop smoking. So the nicotine is almost a necessary evil. But throwing all that other crap in there, not interested into it. Not interested. My wife's English teacher still told her there was no such place as Hahira, Georgia, and she was born there. It didn't go well for the teacher. Hahira? Hahira. I've never heard of Hahira. But I could see that. And hi, how are you, Scuba? I don't. Where is Hahira? I know. Are you saying Hiram? Hey, hire. Hey, hire. Hey, hire. Hey, Hira. I have no. Where the hell is that, Scuba? Yes, I was actually worried that we weren't headed into the lab, because David left here without connecting to the lab cam, and like I said, I had to reformat the hard drive, so not everything is set up the way it was before, but I did manage to remember the IP address of the camera in there, so I was able to connect to the lab camera, so I'm all set up to go in there. And like I said, I have the rockin' video card, I have the rockin' RAM, I have the rockin' internet connection, and the rockin' computer. This should totally work now. So I'm hoping that the cast is much smoother than it was before. I don't know what else I could upgrade at this point, really. Hey, Hira is a city in northwest Lowndes County, Georgia. Huh. Near okay, stayed overnight in Valdosta. Yeah, Valdosta is that's way south, actually. How's the wireless? Oh, the headset. That I guess that's the one thing I know. It beeps when I go in the lab. That will be fixed once we move our refrigerator. There's a refrigerator that unfortunately that is in direct line of sight between where I'm sitting now and where I go in the lab, and I think that's what causes the beeps. When we move that refrigerator into our break room, now that I have a table in there, I have a table and chairs now in my break room, I can move the refrigerator in there. Oh, the screwball ice cream juice. Yeah, Valdosta, Tifton, um, those are all way, way, way down South Georgia, right near Florida, like in the center of the state. I've been down there a few times. I haven't been down there very often. I thought he was saying Hiram, actually. I know where Hiram is. Hiram is near Atlanta, or it's on the west side of Atlanta. The thing is, okay, if any of you guys ever look at a map of Georgia, um, Georgia has like more counties in it than I think any other state. Okay, we have really, really, really tiny little counties, and there's like 141 of them, and our state is not that big. I mean, there are states that are 4 times bigger than Georgia out west that have less than half the counties that we do. So we have, and of course, the cities are all inside those counties. Most of most of them are copies. The names are copies of the cities. We have an Athens, we have a Rome, we have there's a lot of cities here that are named after it. We have a Duluth. Uh, so yeah, it's only 30 degrees there. Are you serious? It's just don't speed in Cobb County. No. No, you don't. The nickname for Cobb County is Cop County, and actually that's where I got my last ticket. No, not my last ticket. I got a ticket on my scooter. I have a Suzuki Bergman 650. It's a scooter, but it's hi Richard Wells. Yes, we have a Dallas. We do. We have a Dallas. Um, it's a big scooter. Um, but I was headed to work one morning, and it was a little chilly out, and I got a oh, that's awesome, Scuba. I miss him. But yeah, I did. I got a ticket on my scooter. I was doing 90. I was doing 90 on my scooter, and in a 55. Yeah, so that was I tried to convince the cop. No, I didn't really try to convince the cop, but I was like, "Come on, it's a scooter. It couldn't possibly be going that fast." He was all like, "I clocked you, ma'am." I'm like, "Okay, no sense of humor. Good to know." No, I wasn't even going downhill, dude. I was it was right at 75 and 285, and I was headed northbound. So I think that was actually a little bit of an incline. Well, it's a really big scooter, RS. Did I share a 50% tally ho coupon a few weeks ago? I'm dying to place another order for Atlas and Hyper Plume. Those are amazing. Mitch, I only give coupons to Higgy Six because yeah. So yeah, it's a no, it's a 650cc actually, Sean. It's a 650cc engine. That's why I said it's a really big scooter. Um, it weighs like 600 pounds, and I mean it's big, and it's the specs on it say it'll go up to 108. Um, I took it up to 100 once, so I was on a nice long straightaway, and there was no traffic around, so I decided to like see what it would do. And, yeah, I took it up to 100 once. My scooter is bigger than your motorcycle. I do have a license. I have a motorcycle license. Absolutely. Yeah, I went and got a motorcycle license back in, oh gosh, when did I get that? Back in 2003, maybe, I think. I got my motorcycle license. Get the electric scooter. No, it was a speed trap. He was sitting right there. He was clocking everybody. Cuba police just eye for speeding tickets. They get upset with me on a scooter because I kept trying to put my feet on highway pegs and there was none, and the scooter would go into a wobble. I took a bus up to 120. Yeah, I don't. 100 was, I got a little nervous at 100. I backed off after I hit 100. I was kind of like, okay. Because, I mean, something happens at that speed and you're dead, really. I started thinking about it too. I remember when I got insurance on my bike, that it was so cheap. And I'm like, why is the insurance on this so cheap? And it was kind of like, oh, well, I guess if you have an accident on it, you're probably dead. So it's not like I have to worry about paying anything. Where I learned how to ride actually was I took it's called the Rider's Edge class, and it's hosted by Harley Davidson. I would highly recommend it if you're interested in learning how to ride a bike. It costs like almost $300 for the class, but it's a very intense training class. It was like Thursday night, Friday night, and then all day Saturday and Sunday. And hi Aries. And so you did like classroom work, they showed you videos and you took little tests and stuff Friday and Saturday night, or no, Thursday and Friday night. And then all day long, rain or shine, you're on the bike. They have like a whole little, it's like a big parking lot basically, but it's not a parking lot. It's just an asphalt area. But you're on the bike all day long. And they give you a bike. They gave us all Buell Blasts. And they teach you how to ride the bike. They go through different training courses. Like they have you make really tight turns, like little tight S or figure 8 turns in a really small area. They teach you how to do that. They put things in the track, so you have to learn how to ride over them, so you know what it feels like to ride over like a log or something that might be in the way. They teach you how to ride it in grooves. We know when there's like grooves in the highway, they have an area there that's grooved out so you can ride over that so you know how it feels. They teach you how to stop fast. They teach you how to, they do all kinds of things. It was a really, the day that I took mine, it was in December and it was raining. So it was cold and wet. And I remember somebody in the class was like, ooh, let me write that down. I'll write that down. Woot, I like that. Where's my pen? I like that idea. Grape soda tasting taffy juice. Ooh, I like that idea. Grape soda with taffy. Okay, I like that idea. Okay. No screwball. I don't know. Telly did ask for the screwball. I don't know. Maybe I'll save that maybe for next week. Because the screwball ice cream, that one's gonna be pretty simple. Although, if you watch, I did watch a little bit of Three Dog and D Millen show last night, and she made a vanilla ice cream concentrate with like 18 different flavors in it. I bet you it was amazing. I didn't have all those flavors. But yeah, this place, the Harley Davidson Rider's Edge course was fantastic. They really pounded into your head to ride as if you're invisible, because people don't see you. And it's true, people don't see you. So don't just pass people thinking that, they're going to see you passing them, because they don't see you. They'll come over into your lane. They'll turn out, and, they'll make turns right in front of you because they don't see you when you're on a bike. So they were an excellent, it really was an excellent rider's course. And I would highly recommend it. And so when you're done, so it was all day Saturday, only 8 flavors, but all done beforehand in one concentrate. Well, at D Millen, and that's actually what we do. There was one of the things that I was watching last night, and I was kind of like, that's like totally what we do. Here we go. I'll show you guys the lab. Okay, you see all these up here, and actually all this rack here, and all these right here. Those are all Higgy Signature concentrates, and they're all pre-made. So when we make juice, we just throw this in the bottle, and then down here is our different levels of bases. These are all different nic levels and different PG-VG ratios. And I think it does demelon. I mean, I mean, it's hard for me to say for sure, but I totally think that it helps with the steeping process. At least I think it does to an extent, actually. Um, I think more steeping is going to happen once it mixes nicotine and the PG and the VG. But I have had people call me up and be like, "Hey, I got a bottle of juice from you, you know, a couple months ago with this flavor, and then I just bought one recently and it tasted different." Okay, bye, Kia. And oh wait, I totally missed her. I missed her. There we go. She's probably already gone. I didn't see that message. It was way up here. Anyway, um, yes, my walls are crooked, absolutely. But um, that they were like, "Hey, I just got this other bottle from you just recently, and it tastes different." And I remembered I had recently made a new bottle of concentrate of that particular flavor, and I said, I said it's probably because the first bottle you got, that concentrate had been sitting there for a while, and the flavors have more of a chance to mix with each other. So there's definitely some truth to that. My fluffermint after a long steep brought out the bait flavor. With the fluffermint, I tell you what, too, Yo-Yo, that one always kind of freaks me out, because the flavors that go in it are relatively clear. Um, I mean, the one flavor has a little bit of a beigeish tinge to it, but the other flavor is totally clear. And for some reason, when you mix them together, they turn pink. They don't turn pink right away, but they do turn pink, or the concentrate turns pink when you mix them together. And then once you mix it with the nicotine and the PG and the VG, it gets pinker. And I mean, that's no fault of mine. I swear, I am not putting anything pink in any of my juices. And but yeah, it does. It's pink. It turns pink. I have no idea which chemicals are reacting with what, causing that to happen. But I know, right? Because science. So, grape soda taffy. Ooh, I wonder if we could use a cream soda. I have a cream soda flavor I never use. Huh. Because if you want taffy to go with it, the cream soda might work. Would I vape a juice called science? I don't know. Would I vape a juice called science? I don't know. Maybe. So my buddy is sending me a Tarot Mod Pro or something and a TFE8 for me for 20 bucks. I know, right, Real Sean? I'm not happy about it. I don't have any other family here in Georgia. The only reason that my parents, cream soda is yucky. The only reason my parents even moved to Atlanta, my parents are actually from Pennsylvania. And my father had a really low draft number. This was back during the Vietnam War. So when he graduated from college, nobody would hire him. They figured he was going to get drafted any minute. And so here he is. He had his brand new shiny degree, and he couldn't get a job anywhere. And the only place that would hire him was the naval shipyards in Newport News, Virginia, or actually they lived in Hampton, Virginia. But so he just got married. He had a new baby, or no, he had a baby on the way. My mom was pregnant, and so he took her down to Virginia, and they had me, and then the Vietnam War ended. So now he could look for a job, and people were willing to hire him. And one of the job offers he got was here in Atlanta, and there was an uncle. My dad had an uncle that lived here in Atlanta, so that kind of was sealed the deal. Hey, I'm going to go somewhere where there's family, right? So the only family we had here was that that aunt and uncle that lived really close by. Um, Unfortunately, she passed away in 1991, and he passed away in 2004. Um, and So it's just been me, my mom, and my brother, and my brother's family here as far as family goes. And so, but now my brother is taking my mom and his family, and they're moving to Indianapolis. So it'll just be me and David. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to rely on you guys. I will literally have not a drop of blood relative anywhere in Georgia after June. I think they're at the end of June is when they're moving. I got a yeah. Yo-Yo says I don't know why the fluffermint turns pink. It's weird. I know, right? They can totally keep the cold though, but I know that my Christmases are now going to be spent in Indianapolis. My mom, she's all like, "You're coming to Christmas? I'll buy your plane tickets." Or we'll drive. I don't know. Maybe we'll come through Kentucky and see Kia on the way. How far is it? Oh, she's gone. How far is it? I have to see how far Indianapolis is from Ashland. I just locked up my Yalick. Your husband kept looking at it. Nice. Of absinthe. Is it what is an That's like, what is absinthe? Is that like the black licorice kind of flavor? No, that's anise. Or anise. Sometimes far away family is good family. I know. I just haven't I haven't had family around my whole life. So, I've only had a very limited amount of family here in Georgia, and now I'm about to have none. So, I don't have any plans of leaving Georgia. I'm perfectly happy in Georgia. My house is almost paid off. My business is here. All my history is here. So yeah, I'm not interested in leaving Atlanta anytime soon. Oh, you can ask Aries or you can ask me, Cassie. I'll be willing to answer anything that any questions you might have. It was kind of foggy in here. You guys, I'm so upset actually that you can't see my hair. You can't see how nice it looks. It's really bright, and it's not nearly as stiff either. She did all that nice deep conditioning to it and whatnot, so it's nice and soft. Hi, Hobag! Ah, Milo has the perfect answer to whatever your question is. Just buy them. They do work very well. They work awesome. Hang on, let me send a message here real quick. I want to get some SS coils, and I have a 2.5 millimeter post, and I'd be so sad if they didn't fit in my RDA. Yeah, they should fit. Absolutely, they should fit. I wouldn't get the Anarchist or the 24 gauge cores, because those are really wide. They have like 8 wraps as opposed to 6. So unless your RDA is big enough to handle that, I wouldn't get either the Anarchist or the 24 gauge core Clapton or the 24 gauge core staggered fused. But the any of the other coils should work just fine. They do. They ohm out very, very low, and like I said, they're like if I don't know if this will give you an idea or not. But here we go. Let's go to my build cam. Okay. These are the ones that Aries made for me. What? There we go. These are the ones that Aries made for me. Okay. These are only 5 wraps. And now, of course, it's not going to focus. Come on. There we go. Now, these are only 5 wraps. Okay. So the anarchist ones and the... It was focusing. Come on. Come on. Okay. So they're almost twice the width. The anarchist and the 24 gauge cores are almost twice the width. All right. They're very, very wide. But yeah, the 26 gauge core will be awesome. I still have to recoil all my drippers and tanks. I got distracted last night. They are truly. You know what Aries, what David's been doing? He bought a magnifying glass, a lighted magnifying glass, and he hands it to people, and then he hands them a set of your coils, and he says, "Find a flaw." That's what he does. He's find a flaw. And yes, they do. They have the long legs on them so that you can give them an extra wrap if you need to. Like they're very, very versatile. But yeah, you get the 26 gauge core on either the fuse the fuse Clapton or the staggered fuse Clapton. But yeah, when you do them with when he does the other ones, the ones we were talking about with the 8 wraps, they're really wide. You need a bigger RDA to handle those. I'm already getting dry. I've been vaping a lot, guys. I'm still thinking about this grape soda taffy. Grape soda taffy. Well, I don't think you need a 46 millimeter RDA. That's pretty big, actually. That's pretty big. Grape soda taffy. I know, right? Needs a cha-ching sound to play on our computer anytime. You know, Aries, Rage actually told me he did that, and I kind of wanted to copy him. He, no soda, you need another ice cream. Deadly man. I've got it written down. Maybe we'll do that one next week. That one could end up being really simple, though. I mean, really, we're talking bubblegum and ice cream kind of thing. Like, it could be really, really simple. And sometimes the simpler recipes are better. I mean, personally, I find when you have too many flavors in a recipe, it just gets muddled. And I mean, and then there are other times when you do have a lot of flavors in a recipe, and you need all those flavors working together to get the desired effect. But 1 of 2 order placed. Excellent, excellent. I gotta oh, I need to send you a message real quick. There you go. Check your Facebook messages. I mute it when I'm working on something that will annoy you. But yeah, Rage said that he set up his phone because I get an email anytime you guys place an order. That email comes through, and he set up his phone to go cha-ching every time an email came through that there was an order placed. And I was like, that's hilarious. I would love to do that. The, the only thing I would say I would not like to do that for is that you guys are a bunch of night owls. Um, you guys are a bunch of night owls because I would say the majority of my orders come through after I leave Higgy Sigs and before I come in the morning. Um, you guys are definitely vampires because, yeah, I can leave here. I'll leave Higgy Sigs thinking, oh man, I don't have much to do tomorrow. You know, there's only like, it's only, 4 or 5 orders. And then I come in the next morning, it's like, you guys are definitely vampires. Do you get that record? Do you find that you could like leave one day and there's like not that much to do, or you leave and there's not that much waiting for you for the next day, and then you come in the morning and it's like boom, like there's just like a million orders. That happens almost every single night. So if I were to have my phone set up to go cha-ching every time an order is placed, it would keep me up all night. That's what I'm saying. It happened, and that's when I know a lot of overseas orders come in, especially early in the morning, because I know you guys are probably shopping, on your lunch breaks or whatever. But that's 6 in the morning for me, or 7 in the morning actually. Yeah, but I get a lot of the UK orders that come in at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll put the order in soon enough so you can mix overnight and be here first thing in the morning. It's David's birthday. Yeah, see, Wrecker feels me. Wrecker knows. It's like, you guys are night shoppers, man. You guys totally are night shoppers. It is quite amazing at how many orders get placed at 3 in the morning, but I'm okay with that. I don't know. You know what? I'm thinking cream soda might not be the way to go. Now that I'm still thinking, now that I'm thinking a little bit longer on it. So his birthday present will be his ability to finally meet us. Oh, you're so bad. How are we supposed to get back in time for Trench's Funny Farm? Do we need to cast Trench's Funny Farm from your place? Last time we went up that way, we ended up missing Trench's Funny Farm too. We were in Kentucky. I know, right? Aries does have a fantastic setup. All right, so let's see here. I'm looking at my recipe, what I'm thinking about adding to it. I'm playing around with the numbers. Being a night owl is cool, but my husband calls me a vampire. I'm up all night due to insomnia. Brittany, I have insomnia too. I haven't had a knocking on my desk. I haven't had insomnia in a while. I used to get it really bad. That'd be weeks, it felt like, on end. I only get an hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep at a time. And it sucks because, it's like you feel like you're laying in bed and you're like, oh, if I'm up anyway, I should be up and doing something. But you're like, but if I get up and do something, I definitely won't get any sleep. So I should just lay here and hopefully my brain will turn off and fall asleep. The struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. Hi, Jules. It's gonna be next month. We haven't set a date yet, Richard Wills. We need to get on that, and we really do. It just feels like, oh gosh, it just feels like all this other stuff comes up and gets in the way. But yeah, We were gonna make it the same weekend as Vape Showcase, and then we realized it was Vape Showcase, and we said no, 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 no. So we need to get moving on that, absolutely. But there will be one. There's no question about it. There will be one. Brittany, he just doesn't know. I do not do a strawberry cheesecake, actually, Jules. I never get into it. The cheesecakes was never that important to us. David hates cheesecake, so that would have been all on me, and I just never really got into the cheesecake much. Trazodone helps me stay asleep, but sometimes I can't fall asleep, and I don't want to go the Ambien route. Ambien has the opposite effect on me. It was I only had it one time, and it was like a deer in headlights all night long. It was like all night long. It was terrible. A lemon cheesecake would be amazing. But I do get your struggle with insomnia, because it sucks. And David, he crashes out, and then he gets mad at me, if I stay up late. And I'm just like, dude, get over it. But with the I know I get into the habit of staying up late. I'm very much a night owl. I get in the habit of staying up late, and especially like at times when I've been unemployed. So if I didn't have to get up in the morning, oh yeah, no, it's very, very common for me to quickly get into the habit of staying up until sunrise. And whatever I'm doing, if I'm playing on the computer or reading or watching TV or whatever, I see the light starts to get light outside, and I'm like, okay, it's time for all good little vampires to go to bed now. Yardbird, hi! How are you doing? I heard that you came into Scuba Show last night. Yes, much, much, much love. We miss you, and we are all here for you. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, Yardbird. When I heard that LLV came to the funeral, I kicked myself, because it didn't occur to me. I don't know. We wanted to send you something. We did. We sent him something, but it just, I don't know. I guess it didn't occur to me to go. I felt that was something that was, I don't know, private, maybe. I mean, not really private, but just a time for family. And then I heard that LLV went, and I was like, oh man, I was like, it totally should have gone. And so, yeah, I don't know that I would have been able to. I don't know if you knew or not, but I had an appendectomy the weekend before, and so I was still a little on the weak side, but I totally could have come down. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, oh, look at all the love. You guys are so awesome. I am absolutely, I know that you've been getting a lot of attention from everybody in the vaping community, because you're so very, very loved, and we love you. Okay. All right, so we're talking about a grape soda taffy. All right. I'm like I said, I was saying before, you don't always need See, look at all the love. Look at all the love. You guys are so fantastic. So I mean, it depends. I don't know. Depending on what kind of flavor you're going for, sometimes you need a lot of flavors. Other times, not so much. I like to keep it simple. The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I know. And it's important to continue to get that, actually. Everybody comes out and gives it to you, that first week, but it's important to continue to feel the love and support. And you will always get that here. I promise you that. You are very, very, very loved. Mwah. Alrighty. So let's talk about DIYing. Okay, so we want to create a grape soda taffy. I'm not sure about the taffy part, but that was part of the request. Now, you're going to need an e-liquid calculator. All right. You're going to need, there's a couple of them out there. There's some online ones. steamengine.org has one. eliquidrecipes.com has one. eJuiceMeUp is a shareware program you can download and keep on your computer. You Google any one of those things, or just Google e-liquid calculator, you'll find one. And it does all the mathing for you, which is kind of cool, right? But everything about, thank you, Wrecker. I need to keep that link. I have it somewhere. I got in the habit of not pulling up extra. I can do that now, though. I can do that because I've got the rockin' computer now, but I got in the habit of not wanting to open up extra tabs because it would bog my cast down. But I should be able to do that now. Yeah, all the flavors, for the average DIYer, like for the person who's doing it at home and they're only going to be mixing 1 or 2 bottles at a time, I was watching D. Millen last night and I'm just like, that weight-based method is so cool. And I remember D. Millen actually said something, and this is more of just being anal. She was like, well, all the flavors, they pretty much weigh the same. Well, they don't weigh the same, but in the amounts that you're using them, if you're mixing 1 bottle at a time, it shouldn't matter. The weight of most flavorings, which are PG based, is going to weigh about the same amount as PG. So mixing 1 bottle at a time really wouldn't make that much difference. I used to really, I used to think it was a terrible idea to mix by weight, and because it's liquid, you measure liquid in volume, right? But like I said, when you're mixing it just a single bottle at a time, the differences in weights, yes, flavorings are going to weigh differently. I can guarantee you that. I know this because I mix big. Said she's going to mix my 55-gallon drum of Aries Ramp by weight. I don't even think they make scales that big that measure down to the thousandth. And I wouldn't want to do your Aries Ram by weight because that is a huge amount. That's going to make a difference, okay? I make, big bottles of just concentrate all the time. And I can tell you for a fact that I mix these in these, big graduated cylinders, and some flavors sink to the bottom and other flavors float on top. There are differences in the weights, all right? So measuring by volume is going to be a more accurate way to do it. But if you're only mixing 1 bottle at a time, the differences in the weights probably isn't going to make that much difference. When you're talking a couple of grams of weight versus, several ounces, the difference between the amount in volume and the amount in weight is going to be negligible when you're talking grams or even portions of a gram versus, ounces or gallons or whatever. So, oh yeah, no, you know what? One of these days I'm going to have to I don't know how I would do this, but I have to show you guys our drum dolly. Our drum dolly is awesome. It's basically just like it's like a half moon. How do I want to describe it? It's a half moon on wheels, basically. It comes up, it just has a lip around the base, and then it has a base, right? And then it's on wheels, and it has a handle that hooks into it, and so you can just drag the drums around. It's awesome. You don't want to knock it over on its side. Milo, you really don't want to knock these things over on their side. They will be so hard to get back up on their end. Have I ever used vanilla bean gelato? I actually have not. And I was watching D. Millen using it last night too, and I've seen it, and I just never had a reason to get it. But it does sound absolutely delightful. So I don't have that one in my arsenal. Um, I know the vanilla bean ice cream is amazing. That's one of those flavors that you can just use on its own, the vanilla bean ice cream, or you can mix it with stuff, and it's just an amazing flavor. You like it better than vanilla bean ice cream, so yeah, D Millen has it, so she knows. You know, tipping them on the corner and rolling them is an option wrecker, but I'm just so afraid that I'm gonna lose my. Like I said, this drum dolly we have is amazing. It's so awesome. Getting the drum onto the dolly is you know, requires a bit of muscle work. But like I said, it's basically it's a half circle. It's made of steel. It's all welded and everything. Um, and you slide the drum onto the dolly, and then yeah, you just pull it around by the handle, and it's awesome. It's so cool. Um, but tipping them on the corner, I don't know. See, Wrecker's got more. Yeah, Wrecker's got more muscle than I do. Oh yeah. Scroll up. What did I miss? Oh, Jen, haven't been gone. I've been placing my order now. If you have a 50% off, you can't use the VU Live coupon. Correct. You can only use one coupon code at a time. That is correct. They don't stack. Sorry. But it's free shipping. It's probably, you're probably getting free shipping anyway, because anything over $30 is free. But okay, so we're talking about weight versus volume. Like I said, when you're mixing one bottle at a time, I think the weight method is actually pretty cool. Um, it probably takes, I don't know if it takes longer or not, but I think that it's cleaner. You can use, you know, little squeeze bottles. You know, DIYers don't usually have 4 and 16 ounce bottles laying around of flavoring. They get the little 1 ounce bottle of flavoring because it lasts a long time. Oh, if I see Aries, okay, making sure I've got a big order for you. The way it's about $100. Wait, thank you. 250% off codes would kill a company. Technically, that would be 75% off because you'd get 50 off the 50 off. So, yeah, no, they don't stack. You can only use one at a time. Hi, Gerald. How's it going? I wouldn't kill you. I might disapprovingly frown, but I wouldn't kill you because I love you. So anyway, I'm doing well, Gerald. I'm doing well. Thanks for coming in and watching tonight. We're about to go into the lab. Yeah. Will there be anything left, Aries? So I have bigger bottles, and I have the press-in adapters, which you'll see in the lab here in a minute. So it's easy for me to use it by volume. But the way that... Bye, Yardbird! Oh, you're very, very welcome. That was absolutely the least that we could do. So, mwah, we love you. We're here for you anytime you need to chat. But yeah, with the weight-based method, you don't have any other tools you need to buy. You know, you buy a scale. Make sure you get a good one. You're going to want one that goes at least to the 100th. I think they make them that go to the 1000th out there, but the 100th is going to work for you. I haven't moved the fridge yet. This isn't Tootsie Roll. This is Missy Elliott. I do have the Tootsie Roll in this playlist, though, I think. Let's see, do I have the Tootsie Roll in here? I think I have the Tootsie Roll in here. I don't know. Here's a little hint, guys. All of my music is actually in alphabetical order. It shuffles the artists pretty well that way, so. Any recommendations you missed? See, I've got key lime ice cream, energy cow, fluffer mint, pear champagne, Aries ram, grape juice, and melon baller. Those are all pretty awesome, Cassie, actually. I mean, you got most of my favorites in there. A 521-pound scale on Amazon, good. Um, I don't think you need a precision scale, yo-yo. Oh, that sucks, MJ. Yeah, you got my favorite in there. You didn't get David's favorite. He's got peanut butter buster. Um, I don't know. What have I been? I sent out a bunch of flavors to a shop today that they wanted to try. What did all I send them? I sent him churro. Ooh, hula fruits. Um, oh, you guys want to see it. Of course you want to see it.
Peanut butter buster is mine, bitch.
My scene switch faster too. I like that. Oh, let's see here. Wait, my chat is. I need to scroll up. There we go. You like that, Gerald? All you have to do is say that peanut butter buster is mine and not David's, and I'll play that. And people love to hear it, see it. So I play it several times during the show. It's pretty fun. And I looked drunk. Nice. All right. So anyway, so we're talking about weight versus volume as far as mixing goes. And like I said, when you're only mixing one bottle at a time, the fact that some flavors are going to be heavier than others probably wouldn't matter. Because, I mean, you're talking a matter of milligrams here, you know. You put a couple of grams worth of a flavor into a bottle, and if that particular flavor is heavier than another flavor, it probably isn't going to make a lot of difference. It really wouldn't. But D. Millen did make the comment too that if you're going to use the weight-based system, you should always use the weight-based system so that your juices stay consistent. If you're going to use the volume based system, then you should always use a volume-based system. So let me write this down, and we'll go to the lab. I guess I could talk about what I put together here. Crunchy or creamy? Oh, well, good question, Cassie. David likes the crunchy. David's been doing nothing but crunchy since he invented it. The creamy is more popular. It's been around longer, of course, and it is definitely very rich and creamy. The crunchy has its richness to it, but it's more nutty. Yeah, that's what I was saying, though. When you're talking about one bottle at a time, I think that doing it by weight is perfectly acceptable. It would be like if you were mixing a gallon of juice, the weight-based system might not be the best way to go, you know. But how many DIYers mix a gallon of juice at a time? I mean, you know, there might be some of you out there. I'm not saying that it's not. Hi, Fuck you. Haven't seen you in a while. So, trouble with the crunchy is that the peanut bits keep getting stuck in the coil. Oh, nice. All right. I'm vaping too much, guys. I'm getting all dehydrated. All right. I'm going to use 3 flavors today. I'm going to use TFA's grape juice, which is a lovely grape Kool-Aid flavor. It's pretty tasty on its own. If you guys ever... What are you guys even talking about in the chat here? Budgie? What's going on? You can switch anytime you want to learn how to mix your juices all over again, right? But TFA's grape juice is a lovely flavor. It's actually quite popular too. So if you're interested in a grape Kool-Aid type flavor, you can actually get grape juice, just straight grape juice from us. It's pretty tasty. Not sure the juice I made up is valuable. Yeah, and that was the thing too. Some of you guys out there, and I know that some of you love the wow level of flavoring, um, and that's fine. Um, but it does make a difference. It is possible to put too much flavoring in a juice, guys. It is totally possible. You put too much flavoring in a juice, and it gets bitter. I had a customer call me up just recently. He had actually didn't place the order himself. He actually placed it through another friend of ours, and um, the friend didn't know. The friend that he placed the order through likes to get his juices in wow, and he's a dripper, and he prefers it that way. So when he, when the other friend number one placed the order through friend number two placed his an order of Nilla Nuts in wow, and friend number one had never gotten Nilla Nuts in wow before. He'd always gotten it as in your face. So he calls me up and he says, "Hey, Jen," he goes, I know you didn't know it was me, but when Neil placed his last order, that bottle of Nilla Nuts was for me." And he goes, "And something's wrong with it." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, what's wrong?" He says, "It's salty." Salty? Seriously? Yeah. He says it's just, he goes, I don't care for it. It's almost bitter and salty. So I went back and looked at the order, and I saw that he had gotten it in wow. Or I looked at Neil's order. The guy I'm talking to, his name was Paul. And then I went back and I looked at Paul's order history, and I said, "You have never once gotten Nilla Nuts in wow. You've always gotten yeah, I know, right? Salty nuts. Um, you've never tried the higher. It's a lot of flavor, fuck you. It is a lot of flavor. And personally, I don't care for it. I think it makes it too rich, and I can't. It's not something that, you know, when people talk about an all-day vape, it doesn't necessarily mean rich flavor. It means the flavor is actually light enough that it lets you vape it all day long. Not so light that you can't taste it, but not so rich that it gets overwhelming to vape it continuously. Jen, juice you mix, call it love potion number 9 if you ever get to mixing. Okay. I'm gonna do that right now. I like that. Love potion number 9. There you go. There. Boom. It's called love potion number 9. See, like, wow for black ice, I would think would be just so crazy, stupid strong and wouldn't be something you could vape all day long. Lulu likes it at wow. So does Kelvin. So, but it's all about personal taste, and that's fine, and that's great. It's an excellent way to, or excellent reason to DIY too. If you don't think that juice has enough flavoring in it, just overall, all juice out there is not flavoring enough, you can adjust that. You can adjust that when you DIY, which is cool. You'd like black ice, wow, with extra menthol. Whew, you're really trying to get yourself all cleared up, aren't you there, Lulu? Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to use TFA's grape juice. I'm going to use TFA's citrus punch soda, which is basically their Mountain Dew flavor. They're not allowed to call it Mountain Dew though. That's a trademark. And I'm going to use Loran's saltwater taffy. It's an excellent saltwater taffy. This is just a really good taffy, actually. So I'm going to use 6.8% of grape juice because it needs to be the hero. 3% of citrus punch soda, and 5.3% of saltwater taffy. So let's go over to the lab. Don't go anywhere. Right, for a few minutes, I'm gonna have to go get suited up for the lab. Got my sticky note. Well, Gerald, we're about to go do it right now. So hold tight, and we're gonna get to watch it. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright. No, I'm not gonna keep singing, guys. But I really love this song.
Now I know we said things, did things that we didn't mean, and we fall back into the same patterns, same routine, but your temper's just as bad as mine is. You're the same as me when it comes to love, you're just as blinded. Baby, please come back. It wasn't you, baby, it was me. Maybe our relationship isn't as crazy as it seems. Maybe that's what happens when a tornado meets a volcano. All I know is I love you too much to walk away though. Come inside, pick up your bags off the sidewalk. Don't you hear sincerity in my voice when I talk? Told you this is my fault. Look me in the eyeball. Next time I'm pissed, I'll aim my fist at the drywall. Next time, there will be no next time. I apologize even though I know it's lies. I'm tired of the games, I just want her back. I know I'm alive. If she ever tries to fucking leave again, I'ma tie her to the bed and set this house on fire. I'm just gonna stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. But that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
You know, the longer my hair gets, the harder it gets to put up in this hairnet. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna start wearing ponytails or something, because it's hard to put up in this hairnet. There's a lot of it there. It may not look like it, but I have a lot of hair. Okay, let's see here. Somebody opened this box and didn't tear off. Kids. My stepson's been helping in the lab, and sometimes he just doesn't think. All right. You're going to want to use gloves. You're going to want to use nitrile gloves. These are actually 3 mil. They're very, very thin. If you're prone to ripping gloves, then either get a larger size or get a thicker. They make them in 3 mil, 5 mil, 7 mil, 9 mil. Let's see. You'll need a bottle. This is an LDPE bottle. It's squishy. We like squishy bottles. I know, right? Don't you love this song? Man, you know what? If I ever did run this cam in the lab and like let you guys watch me make juice and I have music playing, you guys see me dancing around all over the lab. It was pretty funny. I love this song. You want to be near a water source when you're working with, especially when you're working with nicotine, okay? Because even if you take precautions, you can still spill it, all right? And you want to make sure that you can put water on it immediately. Nicotine is very poisonous, okay? And it's dangerous. It can absorb through your skin. So, you want to make sure that you got water nearby, really nearby, so you can rinse it off. Oh no, that would just be too intimidating to constantly know that I might be always being watched. I don't think I could handle that. Besides, we have to keep something secret, you know. It's hard not to dance to this song, isn't it? I bet you every single one of you are wiggling in your seats right now. You're doing the butt wiggle. All right. So, what did I do with my sticky note? Oh, I had it. What did I do with it? I'll be right back. Found it. Okay, so I need grape juice, which is here. I need citrus punch, which is here, and I need saltwater taffy. See? D-Mill is doing the butt wiggle too. Okay. So I'm going to put the flavoring directly into the bottle. I'm going to mix the base afterward in a graduate cylinder. So when you have your flavoring, always shake them up. Doesn't matter if you just used them, just get in the habit of shaking them up every single time. So I'm going to put 2 milliliters of grape juice. Now, the dispensing method is I bet you your butt could wiggle, Aries. Oh, it's David Bowie. Dance, magic dance. Okay. The dispensing method can vary. Okay. This is the method I like to use. It helps prevent any cross-contamination of flavoring. Okay. I use these little press-in adapters that stick in the top of the bottles, and then I use these oral syringes, and every single flavor has its own syringe. Okay. So I can just pull the flavoring out however I need it. Okay. If you're not going to use something along those lines, especially because these are bigger bottles, you might want to use something like this that you can dip into the bottle and pull it up. The problem is using the same syringe for multiple flavors. You want to make sure you rinse the ever-loving crap out of this thing immediately. Don't ever let flavoring sit in this. You will permeate the plastic and you will contaminate every flavor it touches after that. So especially with the stronger flavors like tobaccos and mints and cinnamons, those permeate the plastic really fast. So just be clean about it. All right, so I'm going to pull out 2 milliliters of grape juice. Put it directly in the bottle. Then I'm going to use citrus punch. I thought about using cream soda, but I think the citrus punch is going to give it. The citrus punch has an inherently carbonated flavor to it, so it will help with that soda just a touch. It doesn't need a lot. I'm going to use 0.9 milliliters. And then I'm going to use 1.6 milliliters of saltwater taffy. Get the bubbles out. Okay. Now, I'm going to use where is my, oh, it's on the drying rack. Ha! I'm going to use a graduate cylinder. I prefer using plastic graduate cylinders because I never put flavors in here, so I don't have to worry about it permeating the plastic. I'm going to, but I only put PG, VG, and nicotine in these. And the reason I like the plastic better than the glass is the VG is very, very thick, and it will coat the glass. Like you pour it out, but it's really coated on the glass, and you lose a lot of your base mixture being attached to the side of the glass because nobody's going to sit there and like hold it and wait for the whole thing to drip out. It tends to kind of river up and drip out a little faster with plastic. It's just a personal preference thing. Glass is actually more accurate. The tick marks on glass, like here's a glass. The tick marks on glass is actually etched into the glass, and it's a lot more accurate. But like I said, the plastic is just easier for me to work with. So it's a personal preference thing. Okay, so I need 24 milliliters of VG. I keep my VG in this pump. And I can just pump it right out, like so. And then I need 2 milliliters of PG. I only need 1 milliliter of nicotine, and I want to make sure that I'm accurate with that. Okay, I mean I have nicotine in a pump thing here, but that is usually better because I know it pumps out, one full pump is 4 milliliters, and I don't need that much. So I'm going to use. Ew, that's almost empty. I put my nicotine in a bottle just like I do the flavors, and I put a press-in adapter and an oral syringe on it. That way it won't spill, or if I knock it over, it won't spill, and it's keeps it a little safer. Very little chance that there's any contact with it. So I'm going to pull out 1 milliliter and just throw that in there as well. Now, and you guys always laugh when I do this, this portion of your program is brought to you by Glad Press and Seal. If you don't already have this in your kitchen, you need to get some, like today. I don't care if you're DIYing or not, you need to have some of this stuff in your kitchen because it's amazing. This stuff is like sticky notes for saran wrap. It'll stick to anything. You can take it off, you can re-stick it. It creates an airtight, watertight seal over anything. You can make bags with it. You can put it over plates or bowls or pans or dishes. Like it does Tupperware. It sticks to everything. It's awesome. We just need a small strip of it. It tears easier than saran wrap. I know you guys have you have to have like a technique to like snap it off. Stuff is amazing. You totally need this stuff in your life. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Okay, so now I've got my airtight, watertight seal. See? Ta-da! I'm going to shake this up. I want to shake it up. I want to disperse. It's only 3 milliliters between the PG and the nicotine. It's only 3 milliliters that needs to get dispersed evenly through 24 milliliters of VG. So you want to shake it up. You want to make sure that you see the bubbles. There'll be bubbles in the liquid now, and you want to make sure that they go all the way to the bottom, or you haven't shaken it up enough. Okay, you sold me, Jen. I'm putting it on my shopping list. You totally need to. I have like a subscription from Amazon. They send me 3 boxes of it like every 6 months. It's awesome. I have like this subscribe and save thing going on with Amazon. I love it. Most people don't need 3 boxes in 6 months. It lasts forever. Okay. All right. So once I've mixed it up well enough, I'm just going to pour it into my bottle. Now, coming up with your own recipes is fun. There's no question about that. But if you're not that good at coming up with recipes, never fear. Because there are, I don't even know how many different websites, but there are dozens of them, possibly hundreds of them out there, of people who share their recipes. Okay? So you don't even have to come up with your own recipes. You can find recipes out there and you can plug them into any e-liquid calculator out there and create your own. It's sort of the collecting of the flavors that is probably going to take the longest, you know? Because, I mean, nobody buys 100 or 150 flavors at a time. You know, they buy 5 or 6, and then, you know, next month you might buy 5 or 6, and a couple weeks after that you might buy 5 or 6, and you know, but it takes a while to amass your flavor arsenal. Okay, I don't even know how many flavors I have. What you guys can't see is 12 feet of shelving above this camera, and that is completely packed with bottles. Okay, there's hundreds of them up there. There has to be, you know. Plus you have all these back here, which is our pre-mixed Higgy signatures. So it's collecting the arsenal of flavors that is really probably the most difficult part of DIYing. The rest of it's pretty easy. Okay, so now I'm gonna get a cap and a nozzle. Now, once you've poured your base in here, you're gonna see that it's pushed all the flavoring up to the top. And if you give it just a light shake, you're gonna see it's not really mixing with the VG, the base that well. You're gonna have like these ribbons of PG that go through your liquid. So you want to make sure you shake it up good enough. Sometimes the flavorings have a little bit of color to them, so that'll help you know if you've shaken it enough. But if there's no coloring to it, you just want to make sure that you don't see any ribbons and that you see all the bubbles going evenly to the bottom. All right, let's go test it out. I'll be back in just a minute. Wow, it's that easy to make your own. Yeah, it is actually. You know, there's, like I said, there's hundreds of recipes out there um, that you can, you know, flavoring PG, VG, nicotine. You know, unless if you don't vape nicotine. Wow, Jules, really? That's awesome. Because I didn't change. I didn't move the refrigerator. All I've done is and now I'm buffering. Thought there was boiling and all that stuff. No, there's no boiling. The only thing boiling is from cotton. Like there was a thing with cotton back when dripping first became a thing. People didn't necessarily use organic cotton, and what they would do is they would buy like cotton balls or whatever from the drugstore, you know, CVS or whatever, and they would boil them to get all the bleach or any other crap that you got in the cotton balls out, and then you could vape on them. But other than that, yeah, I can't think of anything else. Oh, there you go. D. Millen put up a starter kit from Nicotine River. I don't know how many flavors it comes with, but yeah, but you don't have to do that anymore. I'm about to rewick, and I'm going to show you the cotton I use. But yeah, if you get organic cotton, that's the big thing. You want to get organic cotton. A lot of people prefer Japanese cotton. There are lots of places out there now that actually sell cotton. There's a company called, I don't remember what the company is called, but they make a product called Cotton Bacon, and they make another product called Cotton Candy. A lot of people really swear by it. I don't care for it because I don't like basically it's just like lumps of cotton. You have to pull strips off of it. I prefer this stuff because it comes in a little pre-cut pads. I'll show you here in a minute. Just hang on. Just sit tight. No, this is not a lead pipe tip. This is just a tip. But I do have a lead pipe tip. The only reason I'm not using it is because it doesn't go as well with my abalone J-Wrap. But my lead pipe tip is... Well, yeah, if you're going to make your own flavors. Here it is. I have two, actually. These are my two. You know what? Show my building cam. These are my two Ooh. Gonna focus? These are my 2 lead pipe tips. Aren't they? There we go. They pretty? So pretty. I love these. Yeah, I have my lead pipe tip. I was using it on my .com when I was using my IPv400 because the blue one went really well with this wrap. So this is the J wrap on my IPv400. So yeah, oh, that's upside down. So yeah, it went really well with that wrap. But I'm using just the tip. You know what? It's not a good camera. Here we go. This is the tip I'm using now. Ah! It's got like, there's like gold flakes in it. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but it's like blue and green with like gold flecks. It's so pretty. Night lead pipe and just a tip are generally the Jupiter tips around here, I think, and they're fantastic actually. I love them. The only reason, like I said, the only reason I'm not using my lead pipe tip is because this one goes better with my abalone wrap. That's totally the reason why. It's a matchy thing and no other reason for that. Absolutely. But no, it fits nice, it feels nice, it gets hot. Neither just a tip or lead pipes, and they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna rewick. We're gonna rewick. Okay, so let's go back here again. Okay. So I gotta get my tools out. Sorry, guys. Goes better with my bologna wrap. Abalone. Cotton Bacon was the prototype name when they went live with it. The testers wouldn't let them change the name. It looks like strips of bacon, and that's where it got. I can see that. I can see that. I just don't care for the cotton that's all like, it just kind of comes in a lump and you have to tear the strips off. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. But what I'm about to show you here is the reason why I prefer the Japanese cotton with the pre-cut pads, because it's the measurement of the cotton that works with the Scottish roll wicking method. I cut the wicks because it makes it easier to take the cotton out without squeegeeing all the juice out of the cotton and into your juice well. So, you like cotton bacon? The pads are, yeah, the pads are definitely good for doing the Scottish roll. So I'm just gonna clean these off. Look at those, already heating up evenly. I don't even have to mess with them. This is the quality of Aries coils, guys. These things are so fabulous. They hold their resistance. They don't fluctuate. They clean up super easy. Look at that. Wow. Don't even have to mess with them. They're heating up evenly. I should probably run these underwater, but since I'm on a cast, I'm not going to. But I'm just cleaning off all the juice. I'm burning off all the juice that's in here. Want to rewick mine while I'm at it? I've gotten pretty good at this. I can do the Scottish roll thing pretty quickly. My stepson makes me do it for him. Not guaranteed to be hotspot free during a wick change. Absolutely not, because it's got to burn off all that stuff in there. But this time it was. Okay, so like I said, I use this cotton. You can get this stuff on Amazon for like $6. I bought this bag literally December of 2015. Okay, here it is. It's, you know, going on a year and a half later, and I still have like half the bag. Okay, stuff will last. It costs like $6. I got 2 bags of this coming for $8. I'm gonna have cotton until rapture here, guys. I have to get a fucking coil brush to extend the life of those Aries coils even. I will look into a fucking cool brush or a coil brush, or maybe I'll just use a toothbrush. I don't know. Is there a Coil Master coil brush? Oh, see, I have so much Coil Master stuff. I'll have to get a Coil Master coil brush. Nice. All right. So this is 1 square of the Muji cotton. All right. If you've ever used this before, you know the outside of it is kind of more tightly woven and not as absorbent. And what we really want is all of this fluffy goodness inside. So you want to just peel off the outside layer. Don't do it. Don't get the Coil Master coil brush, or don't get the what am I not doing? The Coil Master coil brush is a wire brush with stiff bristles. They'll shred wrap wires. Okay, I'll get a toothbrush. I have a couple toothbrushes here actually, but well, one of them I use my fish tank. I don't want to use that on my coils. I use it when the fish doesn't oh, see, here I am working. I'm not telling you guys what I'm doing. So the grain is going this way, and I'm just going to start pulling this. I want to stretch it out. I want to make it kind of a nice filmy gossamer. I have it, but yeah, when my fish doesn't eat all of his food, and I don't want to leave it in the tank, I use it to fish the extra food particles out of my fish tank. So I don't want to use that coil on that. Fluffy goodness does rule. So here, this thing will stretch out pretty far. I mean, it's going to get a good 4 to 5 times wider than it was when you started. And it's, like I said, it's just kind of a filmy sort of gossamer type consistency. But you won't be able to stretch out the ends. So go ahead and cut those off. Okay, so now you're just left with this rectangle of very thinly stretched, kind of filmy, translucent cotton, okay? And you want to split that in half. I lay it between my fingers so that I can make sure I get it right in the middle and just pop, okay? And then you want to make a little cotton doobie. You have a stainless toothbrush. The fucking one looks like soft metal bristles, judging from pictures. I use a shot glass to clean coils. I just run it under water and then dry burn it. I cleaned Aries. I want to tell you, I cleaned. I have to tell you this. We gave Zachary one of the anarchist ones, and I installed them for him and everything. So I'm rolling it up somewhat tightly, but not really. Anyway, he has apparently, I don't even know, we told him too. We said, look, you have to take care of these coils, okay? They're going to last you forever. I said, we'll give you 1 set, but I said, if you ruin them, I'm not going to give you another set. You're going to have to buy them. So he's been using the anarchist ones, and he likes them, right? And he brought it to me the other day, yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was. And he says, I really need to be rewicked. And I was like, all right. Now I'm going to take these little cotton doobies I just made here, okay? And I'm going to compress one side like a lot. Like I'm really going to squeeze it tight. And I'm going to pull it through. And you want to be, don't try to pull it through at once. You'll probably break it and then you'll have to start over. So just work it a little bit at a time. And it'll go. It's a tight fit, but it'll go. Okay. So And then you want to cut off the part that you squoze like that. Okay. Actually, depending on how, it depends on your RDA as to how much you cut off. Okay, because a lot of RDAs can't take. This is the .com. It can take all the cotton. This bitch can take it. All right. But you do want to fluff up whatever you cut off, and you want to. Of course, you can do the C fold, tuck it in there like this. Other RDAs, you're gonna have to cut off a lot more cotton than that because it just won't fit. But I want to get back to this story with Zachary. So I wince when you pull that cotton through without supporting the coil. Just saying. I'm not tugging on it that hard. I promise. I mean, I'm paying attention. I promise you, I am. I only have so many hands, man. All right. I do want to. All right, this one might be too thick. I think this one's too thick. So I really want to tell the story though about Zachary's coils. So he's like, okay, he's like, look, I haven't learned how to clean them yet, and I'm not even sure how long ago. There we go. I'm not even sure how long ago. It was several weeks ago that we gave him these coils, and I installed them for him. Everything was running fine, and the less you can touch the wick, the better, because you don't want to compress the channels in the cotton. Your fingers have natural oil. That's why I cut off the part that I squoze. See, and then I fluff it back up. So, he's like, so you need to show me how to clean them. And I was like, we've already told him before to take the wicks out, rinse them underwater, dry burn them, all that stuff, right? He's like, no, I need you to show me. I need you to show me. All right. We have to write this on here so we don't forget what it is. Love potion number 9. All right, so he hands me his mod, which he's got the RX 300, that big honking beast, right? I ruin coils, never fails. Won't attempt anything more than Clapton would be a waste ruined too fast. And, I'm doing a finger test. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh! Very grapey. Ooh! Oh, the taffy and the soda came out afterward on the finger test. Like the grape came out was right first. It was like a nice tart grape. And then, whoo! Ooh, that taffy followed it up on the end. Ooh, that was nice. So he hands me his RX 300, and he's got a what is the RDA? Some kind of Buddha. I think it's called a Buddha. That he's using. It's pretty nice mod. It's got a nice deep juice well on it. It's gold on the inside. I think it's a Buddha. The Buddha V2, if I'm not mistaken. So I go to pull out the wick, right? And surprisingly, they didn't look that bad. The juice wasn't like he hadn't, I've changed this guy's coils before. He'll vape that thing until they're black and they're nasty, okay? So I was really surprised. The wick didn't look bad. The coils didn't look bad. It wasn't all black and nasty inside. And then I started looking at it. Big Buddha? That might be what it is. Okay. So I start looking at the coils, and I realize when I'm looking at them, like from this angle, I can see through them. I can see through the coils. He had managed to burn his cotton off. He didn't know it. Okay? He had a whole bunch of cotton up underneath the coil that was basically attached to, or the cotton was touching the coil up underneath, and that's what he's been I don't even know how long. He had burned the damn wicks off and has just been vaping whatever the coils managed to vaporize up underneath. I'm like, how the fuck fuck have you been vape? I mean, like, really, I'm like, I'm gonna rewick this for you, and you're gonna, like, all of a sudden vaping is gonna be great again. What? How have you been doing this? And how long has you? I know, right? Like, Nitro, you gotta come. First of all, dude, you gotta come to Hickey Six. Okay, Nitro is only like 15 miles away, 15, maybe 20 miles away. He's never been Hickey Six. So y'all work on him now. Tell him he's got to come visit Hickey Six. And yeah, you can meet Zachary. You're working on getting a car. Because the coils wick that well. They do. I mean, they do wick that well. But yeah, he's been... but the cool part about the Anarchist is that I took the old wicks out. And I mean, and there was enough cotton underneath there, I guess, that it was touching the bottom of the coils, and that's what was vaporizing. But I cleaned it all out. I fired it. And I'm not even exaggerating here. Okay. I mean, you watched me fire my coils, right? And you clean them off. And while they get all silvery again, and they practically look new, they will tend to lose their shine. Okay. I mean, after you've been using them for a while, you get the Aries coils initially when they're brand new, they're shiny. Okay. They're sparkly, because they're absolutely, oh, a Buddha. Let me see. Is that the right one? Let me look at this real quick. Yes, I'm over 18. Yeah, I think that is what, yeah, that's what he's got. I know the whole air hole pattern looks the same. So, isn't that dangerous? Hardly any cotton could ignite the juice on the coil and could end up sucking on a flame. Telly, man, I don't know how he has been vaping. Like I said, I don't even know how long it's been. It may have only been that way for a couple of days. It may have been that way for a month. I really don't know how long he's been doing it that way. But like I said, with Aries, he sanitizes them, he cleans them, he does all this great stuff to it. So when you get them, I mean, they're shiny, they're sparkly, okay, they're like diamonds, okay. After you use them, though, the shine goes away. But if you keep them clean, they stay clean and pretty. They stay silvery, all right. So I went to clean his off. They got shiny again. I was impressed. I dry fired it to get the juice off of it, and holy crap, they went shiny again. And they just kept getting shinier when I ran some water over it. I was like, wow. I was so impressed. Like, really. I was really, really impressed. So yeah, and that may have, I mean, I'm sure it has most to do with the quality of Aries' coils. There's no question in my mind. It has mostly to do with the quality. But when you're talking Anarchist wire, it's a very, very, very high quality wire too. So I'm sure that the Anarchist wire had a lot to do with that. But yeah, they went shiny again, like brand new kind of shiny. And I was, wow. That was great. Cassie, never apologize for ordering a lot of juice from me. I mean, I hate to put it that way, but seriously, do not apologize for throwing more money at me. I'm okay with it. It's what I do. I'm good. I'm really good. Okay, so now we're going to try this. I'm going to drink a little bit. I'm very dry today. Yeah, like I said, I know the Anarchist wire coils are more expensive than the others, but that's because the material is more expensive. And the material is more expensive because it's a higher quality metal. So there's the sales pitch on the Anarchist wire. They do ohm lower, and they are a bigger coil. They're an 8-wrap coil. So you do have to be mindful of that. But they're pretty awesome. I did, Scuba. I made a grape soda taffy, and I'm about to try it. I've been yammering for too long. So, okay, we're going to try it. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. It's got that it's almost got that great Smarties flavor. Um the grape hits you first. Now, as I'm trying to put it into words, actually, J Swag. It's almost like a grape Smarties. The taffy is that flavor that kind of sticks in your nose for a minute afterward. Pixie stick. Ooh, that's a good description of it. It's like a pixie stick, like a grape pixie stick. It's sweet. All right, let me see this. Print screen. Let's see, what did Aries put up here? I'll put the real link in the room for you guys. Take out the spaces. It's taking forever to load up. Oh. Look at the iron. Is that what you're saying? Wait, which one are you looking at? You said look at the element third from the bottom, which is Cu. Aries is busting me. I don't know. I know chromium. I know iron. I know nickel. I don't know. I know Mn is not magnesium. That's Mg, isn't it? What's Mn? I don't know what Cu is, or L or Mo or LEC. I don't know what those elements are. Or LEC is the total, isn't it? No, LEC is not the total. What are those? Light emission correction. EU is copper. Ooh. Copper. Ooh. You want that juice you love grape? You know, root beer, fuck you. Oh, a grape bottle cap. That might be what this is more like. Hi, Val. Manganese. Okay. But the copper, yeah, that copper, that bothers me too. The grape bottle cap, though, that might be it. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I'm not getting it on my lips, but I might get it on my lips afterward. After it. Don't forget womanganese. I do. If you want a good root beer, we tried our hand at root beer and we failed miserably. I have to defer you to Rage there. I have to defer you to his company of Vapor. Everybody goes on about his root beer. I've tasted the root beer. It's not like an A&W root beer. It's like a soda fountain root beer. It's really good. Okay, now I can taste the citrus punch coming out and giving it a little bit of a fizz. The taffy is definitely on the back end, and it's the one that kind of sticks in your nose and sticks in your mouth a little bit afterward. The grape is the hero, though. The grape comes out and it kind of flows through. This is tasty. That's pretty tasty. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah. Give it a day to steep. See what happens tomorrow. That's pretty tasty. You get the bottle caps from the dollar store. J Swag, I wish I could. You know, I don't. If you guys have been watching me long enough, before August 8th, I guess I should say, um, I used to make a big bottle. I'd make a big 120 mil, and then I would um, put that into three um, 30 mils, and then I'd keep the rest. Um, and I would give those three bottles away. I can't do that anymore. And I can't sell it to you because I'm not allowed to sell any new products. So it sucks. It totally sucks. You bet it wouldn't be as tasty as a screwball. You can, just don't tell anyone. I know, but I'm doing this here on YouTube, and if I picked winners to give it away to, then it's kind of archived and forever on the internet. But this is tasty. This is tasty. You know, MJ, we actually talked about that today. Um, and David's been talking about it with the board because he's on the board of the GSFA, and it's frustrating to see how many people are coming out with new products all the time. Just randomly give them to people registered on your site. You know, it's frustrating. You know, like I was saying before about the people who put extra additives in their juices, the caffeine and the B vitamins and stuff like that, or vitamin C, I think I saw was an additive once. I'm not interested in rocking the boat. You know, the less reason I give the FDA to come look at me, the better off I'm going to be for as long as possible. Like free 12 mils for 10 people. I don't do 12s anymore. We had to change our bottles because of the Consumer Protection, whatever CPSC stands for. We had to get certified bottles, and they hold what they say they hold. There's no more of that extra padding. They're 10 mils, hold 10 mils. That's it. You ain't putting anything else in there. Do I have tracking and have to sign for the package? I'm never home. I do have tracking. Excuse me. There is tracking, but it does not have to be signed for, Cassie. So they should be able to leave it in your mailbox. And I mean, depending on how big the package is, of course, but they'll leave it at your front door, maybe. It's not. Don't worry about having to sign for it. Don't mix any of the B series vitamins with nicotine for the love of all things sane. Good tip. I'm not going to. I never wanted to. But yeah, okay. I didn't know that because I've never researched it. Yeah, tell us why, actually. I've never researched it because I don't want to do it. I would have researched it before doing it and found out whatever you're about to tell me. Do I ship to Netherlands? Absolutely, fuck you. I ship everywhere. I ship to Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, all over the UK. I've shipped to Pakistan, Israel, Cyprus, Slovenia, Germany, Poland. I've shipped to New Zealand and Australia. I have shipped to... Where else have I shipped? I've shipped everywhere. Oh, and officially all 50 states. Officially. We've been holding out for Alaska and Hawaii. We finally got a customer in Alaska and a customer in Hawaii. I have officially shipped to all 50 states. I've shipped to Mexico, El Salvador, Guam, Puerto Rico, Canada. I ship every freaking where. How expensive though? I think they need to put vitamins and minerals in e-juice. I'd never have to eat again. B-series vitamins react with nicotine and produce an alkaline. Ooh, good tip. Yeah, don't do that. It costs about, actually no, it doesn't cost about. I can tell you exactly what it costs. Up to 8 ounces costs $12.83. You can get roundabout a single 120 ml bottle for that, or the equivalent of like 120, 2 60s, or 4 30s. And that'll fall under that 8 ounce bracket. If you go over 8 ounces, up to 2 pounds, it costs $21.38. And yeah, you'll get it between 4 and 8 days. So, and it takes a lot of juice to get up to over 2 pounds. If you get up over 2 pounds, I'll probably send it in a flat rate, padded envelope flat rate, and that's like I think $32. I don't. It's all on our website, but it takes a lot of juice to get up over 2 pounds. So unless you're ordering like a shit ton of it. Hi, Carrie. Yeah. What about, yeah, it's, you know, Tetley man, because I take B vitamins every day. Um, you're kind of talking two different systems, you know. I take a B vitamin, that goes down my throat and into my belly, all right? But if you're vaping, that goes into your lungs and then into your bloodstream. So it's kind of two different plumbing systems there, you know what I'm saying? David's here. Do you guys want to say should we sing happy birthday to him? Is that what we should we sing? Come here and say hi to everybody. Oh wait, let's stop the music so we can sing, and I don't need Robert Tepper in my ear while I'm singing. Here we go. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you. Everybody saying happy birthday.
Everybody. Oh, thank you.
J-Swag, I have a Red Vines flavor. It's called Red Licorice, and it's on our website.
Yes, we do have red licorice.
You look like a monkey and smell like one too. Look at all the happy birthdays. Oh, Aries doesn't want to smooch you. There is no, yeah,
Aries doesn't want to smooch me?
He's offended
After
now.
I complimented his
He's,
12
he thinks
quivering inches.
He thinks your goatees would get intertwined and velcroed together.
That could be fun. Maybe kind of kinky, don't you think?
And there's a scoop of give you birthday cake. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
Scuba.
Happy peanut buster birthday.
Thank you.
We made a grape soda
And I'm
taffy.
with Cassie on that, definitely.
Don't worry about it, Cassie. I got it covered. I already got it covered earlier. March the 4th be with you.
Actually, this is the only command on the calendar.
It's the only command on the calendar.
March
March
4th.
4th.
Yes, indeed. Love it.
So we made a grape soda taffy today.
Grape soda taffy.
And they want to call it Love Potion number 9.
Grape soda taffy.
Let's make sure there's enough on here. We'll get you
Now,
juiced up.
how much different is it from Pegasus Tears? Or not Pegasus Tears.
From Purple Tears?
Purple Tears, yeah.
It's kind of close, but you know, you've got the banana and the raspberry and Purple Tears,
Yeah.
and this leaves off the banana and the raspberry.
And a soda. Huh?
Yeah, I put some citrus punch.
Citrus
in
punch in
there.
there.
Yeah, I thought about using cream soda, but I went with citrus punch instead.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Cream soda's nasty.
Is David gonna get a big bottle of your PB? Oh, y'all had to say it, didn't you?
Peanut butter buster is mine, bitch.
Who's the bitch?
Here we go.
No birthday suit? I've got on my birthday suit. Want to see?
That's against TOS.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So you weren't quick enough on that. I know. Apparently, I blow out Jules' speakers every time I do that. So, what do you think?
Oh,
As he coughs.
The soda part's a little on the harsh side, I think.
Really?
But most grape sodas are strong on the soda. The good ones are.
Yeah.
Like Grape Cove. for example.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got grape pico, right?
I've had grape pico.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was pretty
really
tasty.
strong
Pretty tasty.
on the grape too.
And this is comparable to grape pico.
Do you taste that taffy on the background?
Not really. I'm not
No?
tasting much.
I was
taffy.
getting the taffy on the the back note. Redrip.
Seems a little dry.
I don't think RS was talking about peanut butter buster. Oh, I think it was okay. Look at that. It over. I do get that grape soda flavor though. This is our expert taster here. He's better at it than I am. Rocky 4, Daryl. Rocky 4. This is from Rocky 4. When he's out there in his Lamborghini or Ferrari or whatever car it was. Lotus. I think it might have been a Lotus. I don't know. Maybe Lamborghini. I don't remember. The song is No Easy Way Out.
Oh, okay.
They said I'm going to have to go watch Rocky 3 again. It's Rocky 4. After Apollo died and he had to go out for a drive, this is the song that was playing.
Yeah, that was Rocky 4.
Yes.
Rocky 3 was
Yes. Yeah, this song was played during the movie right after Apollo died, and he got into a fight with his wife, and he went out for a drive.
Yo, Adrian.
Yeah. The height of the Cold War. I know, right?
Yep.
That wasn't a political statement or anything, that movie, no.
Taffy just a little bit, and it seems to sweeten up the grape just right. For a grape.
Pretty tasty.
It tastes like a grape pico.
So David says, I said it kind of was like, somebody in the audience said pixie sticks, and I said that was great pixie sticks.
We'd have to add sweetener as well to make it taste more like.
But the Grape Pico soda, yeah, I could go for that. Grape Pico soda.
Which is fantastic if you guys are ever in Alabama. I don't know where else it's available, but Alabama, it's all over. Gotta go to Bandyland because it's very good.
Have I seen the new Red movie, Jenn, where he trains Creed's a Rocky movie? I have seen that actually, the Balboa. Actually, David has not seen that yet.
I've got two questions for you.
Yes.
Number one, how smooth is your casting?
I've had a couple of buffers. But they didn't even hear any beeps from the headset when I was in the lab. I do have the GIFs running in the background. I am casting in full 720.
Yeah, I pulled you up while we were
Oh, really?
while we were out. Yeah,
You pulled me up on his phone.
yeah, I watched for a couple of minutes, and I saw that all the animations were going. The other question is, why are you casting at 720? Why didn't you do 1080?
I didn't want to push it. Maybe I'll do 1080 next time. I'll try it.
Yeah, you should be able to do a comfortable 1080.
We'll see. I was afraid to push it. I need to try it. I'm hoping it's. I know you guys can't see it really well, but my new color, it's so rich and vibrant right now, and I really wish you guys could see it. But the color isn't coming out on the cast as well. Yeah, it's okay though. You did go max headroom a couple of times earlier, but that was when someone posted a link and you opened it. Oh, okay. Above 720 is lost on most people. That's what Nitro says. But yeah, I'm screaming now.
We're gonna see.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess you can see that. There you go. Can you guys see the color? Look at the purple. It's like a bright purple, and it's like a teal. It's pretty, guys. It's really pretty. I like it. And look, no grays. I got rid of all my grays. It's awesome. Look at that. No grays. My hair's black again. Thank you, Celtic Lover. I like it too. So yeah, I took time out on Thursday. That was the other reason why I was upset about what happened um, with the video card, because that all happened Wednesday night, and I had a very strict schedule I needed to adhere to on Thursday because I needed to get the labels made, and so that David and Zachary could be busy making bottles while I was getting my hair done. Because my hair salon is conveniently in the building next door. So, fairy. Oh, damn it, Genesis. It's not gray. They're fairy sparkles. Yeah. Hi, Tech Flash. So, in any case, so yes, I was just next door, but I was getting my hair done, and so he was here till like 4:30 in the morning, um, and then he came home and he went to sleep, but he was a little slow to get back up, and we had a very strict schedule to adhere to get stuff out on Thursday, and so yeah, it was an ordeal. Grannies will kill me where I stand if I shave my head. You know, you guys, when you see Aries, he's always wearing a hat. What you don't know is he's got a beautiful head of hair underneath that hat. I mean, really, he's not wearing a hat because he's vain about going bald. He has a beautiful head of hair underneath that hat. I'd be scared of grannies too, Cassie. I mean, really, if you have you met her? My money's on her. I love her, but she scares me. All right, guys. So we got 20 minutes left. Let's give away some coupon codes, shall we? Shall we? Wisdom highlights. You just don't tangle with grannies. Alrighty. So let's see here. Code me. I should just give you one. All right. Hopefully Nightbot is not sleeping. I've seen Nightbot posting, so I don't think it's sleeping. Maybe Nightbot is sleeping. There it is. Brittany! Would you like a coupon code from Higgy6.com, or would you like to piff? Brittany's knocked out. She ain't answering. Come on, man. I know she watching. Oh, Janet. I'm gonna have to re-roll if Brittany doesn't answer. Brittany had to run to the toilet because she's pregnant. We'll give her a break. You're redoing all of the videos that got taken down? I would like to give it to somebody new. Is there anybody in the room who's never had Higgy 6? If you've never had any Higgy juice, speak up and I will totally give you a coupon code. Are you sure, Kelty? See, you guys lie though. That's why I can't always. I've never seen the Eric Rennick name before. David's never had Higgy juice. Oh, okay. That sucks, Aries. Okay. I'm gonna pick Celtic Lover and Eric Rennick. You had a code that didn't work? Okay, so you get to pick, you get to choose. Okay, so I'm just, right now I'm gonna pick Eric Rennick and Celtic Lover. And the two of you, you need to tell me, would you like a $1 sampler pack that gives you 3 10 ml bottles, 3 different flavors? You can choose any nic level, any PG-REG ratio that we offer, but you get to pick 3 different flavors, and you only have to pay $1 for it. Do you want one of those codes, or would you like 50% off? That's 50% off your whole order and free shipping. So you guys need to let me know which one you want. And Mitch, you're a new name too, aren't you? Celtic Lover says 50% off. Hey, Jay! Eric wants 50% off. Okay. Eric Rennick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick Mitch and Paratech. There you go. I'm gonna forget the Nightbot. I'm picking new people. Paratech and Mitch Gurowitz. You guys choose if you want 50% off or a $1 sampler pack. Oh, Aries, don't be nice. Paratech says $1. Mitch says 50% off. Okay. Let me write this down. And Mitch Gurowitz. Okay. So all 4 of you guys, Celtic Lover, Eric Rennick, Paratech, and Mitch Gurowitz. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I am going to put a link in the room. Where the hell is Scope? I don't know. I imagine he's going to be calling you on VC here any minute. Oh, Nightbot. Okay, there it is. There's the winner's form is right there. Please go to that Google form and fill it out. If you don't fill it out, I don't have any way to contact you. Your coupon code will be emailed to you. Okay? I'm going to put it in the room again. There's Scope. Hi, Scope. If anybody doesn't have the link or needs the link, speak up now. If I ever hold your peace. I should probably just copy that and I'll spam the room with it. How's that? Since Nightbot is definitely taking its sweet time tonight. There you go. All right. So please go to that form, fill it out. That gives me your email address, and then I can email you with your coupon code. Congratulations, winners! And I hope you guys are all, you're also new to Higgy Sigs, and you get to experience Higgy Juice. Yay! Okay, so we're going to be wrapping this up today. We made our love potion number 9 today. It's quite tasty. It's pretty tasty. So, Aries, believe me, I'm so hearing you, buddy. And stay tuned, though. And we still have a few more minutes to go. Don't go anywhere. Mod Envy's coming up here in 13 minutes-ish. And I had a great time today, guys. This was a lot of fun. I made a pretty tasty juice. I didn't rant. Not too much. Did I rant? No, I didn't rant. I could have ranted, but I didn't. Better than your medley? Oh, I don't. Your medley is like that's like a whole different category, though. You know, your medley was so fruity and rich. This one is more like candy. This one's more like fun. Oh, Brittany, I adore you too. Were you away from the computer? Because I totally rolled your name with the Nightbot and you missed it. But I gave the coupon codes away to 4 Higgy virgins, so I'm kind of okay with that. You are very welcome. Does anybody else need the link? Fruity and rich like Slappy. Nice, John Q. You know, I was watching last week too with your series of pictures with your with the Xbox. Those were so classic, John Q. I mean, really, I was laughing my ass off. That was so funny. I mean, why I'd never come up with stuff like that. Like that was so awesome. There was no way they weren't gonna like show that to everybody. That was so fantastic. Don't worry, real Sean. He's well taken care of. Are there any updates on the school board? No, not yet. She's actually been advised to not give interviews at this point. So they're going to try to handle it on the down low for right now. Ultimately she wants it to be removed from the curriculum. If it's part of the curriculum. I mean, she's not a vengeful person. She's not interested in ruining this teacher's career or anything. But I think it's imperative that, you know, the teachers understand their place, and it's definitely not usurping the parents. There's just no question. Making yourself look like a total tard was difficult. No, you did so fantastic, John Q. I mean, like, it was so, if you guys did not see it, it was amazing because he sent a bunch of pictures as he was unboxing it. And he captioned them all. And like one of them, he pretended like he cut a finger off and he put like ketchup on his hand. He was all like, ah, and he was like, just kidding. It was so great. It was awesome. No, you did not look like a total tard. You looked like somebody I want to hang out with. That's what you looked like. I could do a couple of announcements, I guess. Remember, you can always use coupon code VULIVE at higgysigs.com to get 15% off your order. That coupon code is always good. You can use it every single time, and it will always stay good as long as we are casting here at VU Live and or sponsoring hosts at VU Live. So you can use it over and over and over again. Advocacy announcements. There is a new bill, or actually it's a House resolution, HR 1136, has been introduced to Congress by Senators Cole and Bishop. That is the FDA Deeming Authority Clarification Act of 2017. It does move the predicate date. So get on the phone with your representatives, your legislators, and have them, tell them you want them to support HR 1136. What else? I hope so too, actually, Brittany. What is my most popular juice? Pegasus Tears is the most popular juice that we sell. Nilla Nuts is a close second. Pick V1, just saying. Pick V. There's a little checkbox on there that says, I want the original recipe. Pick that one. That's the one you want. Aries Ram is another of our most popular sellers. Peanut Butter Buster is, those are the 4 most popular right there. Pegasus Tears, Nilla Nuts, Aries Ram, and Peanut Butter Buster. My personal favorite is Key Lime Ice Cream. That's my shit right there. That's my favorite. Sangria is definitely one of my favorites. And Pegasus Poop. Yeah, Pegasus Drops is the chocolate version. of Pegasus Tears, and Pegasus Jewels is the hazelnut version of, well, actually it's a chocolate hazelnut version, but Pegasus Jewels. Let's see. Minnesota Senate is hearing a bill on Tuesday to put a 30 cents per mil tax on e-liquid. Well, good for you, damn it, Janet. Glad you guys, it's hard to stay on top of that stuff. The GSFA has lobbyists that do that for us. They still manage to sneak stuff in without us knowing. Did David go to the Safata fly-in? No, he did not. He went in. He went to the VTA one last June, but we couldn't make it this one. So wasn't a fan of the tiramisu. Tiramisu is, you have to, well, I mean, you have to like coffee. It is a coffee vape. It's a good coffee vape. I actually, I'm not a fan of tiramisu, or I mean, I'm not a fan of coffee vapes, but I actually designed the tiramisu because I love tiramisu. But we have like 200 flavors. There's something for everyone to enjoy. Like I said, I'm willing to tell you what my favorites are. I'm more of a fruity vapor than a dessert vapor. That's kind of my thing. So. Oh no, Janet. I think this is a great song to close out my show on. Thank you very much, Cassie. Pegasus Jewels actually was designed by mixing Nilla Nuts and Pegasus Drops. Oh. What? Oh, okay. All of a sudden it said I went offline. I was like, what? What happened? Did I get kicked? Vaping Belgian waffle and Canadian maple syrup. Ooh. It came back, Dolores. Did it come back for you? Actually, it didn't come back for her. The guy that used to make my grape soda doesn't mix anymore. Need a new grape soda. Well, as soon as we defeat the FDA regs, I will release this as a flavor. Not much. Hickey wish you guys were in Canada. I wish we were too, actually. Daryl, I will ship to Canada as long as it is zero. I can ship 0 milligram to Canada all day long. And hopefully Canada is working on changing their laws, actually. So that would be good too. All right, guys. I'm calling it a night. Hi, Mrs. Skittles. Miss Skittles. I like your name, Miss Skittles. That's cool. I have not ever had a problem, Dolores, with shipping 0 milligram juices. That I've had many other packages get kicked back to me that did have nicotine in them, but I've never had a problem with 0 getting through. So, all right, I'm out of here, guys. Stay tuned for Mod Envy. It will be up here momentarily. You need to give it a few minutes to let the cast fully drop. When you see the rainbow come up, Mod Envy will start. And I had a wonderful time tonight. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow from 4 to 6 on Trench's Funny Farm. And check on our website. We've got all of our schedules at the footer information on our website, so you can see what time we do casts. We do them all week long. We're crazy that way. All right. Thank you guys. I love you. I will see you guys soon. Mwah!
Forget about